Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the third grade concept of representing multiplication and division. This is standard 3.5b in the great state of Texas. We're using item number 15, which is a new item type called drag and drop, of the 2024 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So this is a 2-point problem, right? We need to move these operations into these two blanks, and you'll notice that we can use the same operation twice if we really wanted to, right? And if you want to get rid of it, you just kind of move it out. You notice when you move it out, you'll get that trash can symbol, right? You just kind of move it up and out. So you can use different operations. You can use the same operation twice if you want to. One thing that you need to keep in mind when you're answering this is you don't want to just answer one and try to move on because you will get a warning signal saying you have not answered everything. All right, so now that we know how this works, let's look at the problem. A sports complex has 4 basketball courts, 2 bags of basketballs for each court. Each bag contains 7 basketballs. Easiest way I can think of doing this is to draw a picture. All right, so a sports complex has 4 basketball courts. They don't have to be perfect, so I'm just going to make 4 rectangles. These are going to represent my 4 basketball courts. And this visual representation is going to help me keep my thinking straight. So I've got my 4 basketball courts. Those are in red. Now, what do we know about what's on those basketball courts? There are 2 bags of basketballs for each court, so I'm just going to draw 2 big circles on each basketball court. All right, so I've got my 4 basketball courts. I've got 2 bags on each court, right? That each means we're doing equal groups. So I've got 8 so far, 8 bags. And then each bag, another each, means some more equal groups, contains 7 basketballs. So rather than drawing the 7 basketballs, since that's my last number, I'm just going to write the number 7 in here. All right, so let's see what we have here. I've got 8 sevens is what I have here. Now, I need to complete this equation to represent the number of total basketballs. All right, so what is my number of total basketballs? Well, if I wanted to, right, I could just skip count by sevens. I've got 8 sevens. And if I wanted to, I can just think, well, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, right, 56. But you notice they're not asking me how many basketballs do I have, right? They're asking me, how do I represent that? Well, I multiplied 7 8 times, but let's go back and look at the problem itself because it actually is going to give us some of our clues, right, to figure out what we did. So when we've got 4 basketball courts, that's the initial number, 2 bags of basketballs for each court, all right? You notice I wrote that multiplication symbol. That's because we're dealing with equal groups. And when we're dealing with equal groups, the same number in each, that's either multiplication or division. In this case, we're multiplying because it's 4 courts times 2 each. Okay, so I need to put an X right there. So if that's 4 times 2, that's going to get me my 8. And then each bag, once again, that each lets us know that it's the same number in each bag. So that's going to be another set of equal groups. Equal groups let you know it's going to be multiplication or division. 7 in each, right? So then what we ended up doing is we multiplied that as well. So those words each are really letting us know they're equal groups. If we multiply 4 times 2, that gets me 8. That gets me to that 8 times 7, which is what I wanted, that 56. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this multiplication symbol, and I'm going to put that in both of the boxes. So my answer is going to be 4 times 2 times 7.